So I want to share something of very importance in this particular video. Like all of my videos, in all of my videos, I always share something which is of very utmost importance according to me. But in this video, I want to share something very special. It is not related to any knowledge of any subject, that is psychology or Vedic astrology, which I usually share in my YouTube channel. What I want to share today is something personal, and I want to share it because so that you all will learn something very important from this particular story, a true story which I'm about to share from my own life. How did I end up becoming a psychologist and a Vedic astrologer? Is this something which I had thought from a long time ago, like from my school days, from my childhood days, that I want to do something which involves the human mind, the study of the understanding of the human mind? Do I want to do something which is quite spiritual in nature, that is Vedic astrology, and using the science of Vedic astrology, helping people? Have I thought of all of these things since my school days, at least since my college days? No. So this is why I want to tell you that how did I end up with this particular life choice, career choice, a professional and a personal choice, that is to be in this journey to help people strengthen the mind and also strengthen their overall well-being through psychology and Vedic astrology. Now, I have to start from a bit early, from my early days, so that you will be able to understand like how my mind worked and what eventually happened, which actually enabled me to take this particular decision of my life. I had been a science student, like in my school days. Science means physics, chemistry, mathematics, PCM, and along with that, computer science. Till class 10, it was also biology, like it was physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, and computer science. And 11, 12, it became physics, chemistry, mathematics, and computer science. So I had been a science student like from my school days, and I was quite good in science and I was quite good in mathematics. Not brilliant, but yes, till class 8 I was doing very fine. Like academic wise, I always scored 80, 85 plus in my science subjects. In class 9, the score dropped because my concentration was not that at its peak, and 10 was somewhat okay. I scored 77%. It was ICAC board. So I wanted to pick up again computer science in my 11, 12, science and computer science, and I did the same. All right. But again, 11, 12 was CBSE. Again, my concentration and my focus towards my studies was not that much, was very least as compared to what I could had studied. My concentration and focus was not at par, right? So I again scored 69% in my class 12, and eventually I did engineering. And since engineering, like from at least from the second year of engineering, my focus and my concentration to become something very meaningful, purposeful in my life, that gradually developed. It started developing from the second year of my BTech. And believe me, I was very good when it came to coding. I was very good when it came to programming. So that time it was C, C++, then it was core Java, then it was advanced Java, then it was HTML. So I do not remember all of those computer science languages which I had learned, but it was more or less this plus some of some more, I think. I'm not completely remembering right now because I have been completely out of touch. But back in my BTech days, I was very good in coding, and so in the second year of my BTech, I wanted to pursue something technical, that job wise. In my second year of my BTech, I thought that okay, after my BTech, I'll do a job. I will not go for further education. As I was quite keen in computer science, I thought I will become a software engineer or do something related to coding, right? More or less a software engineer job or a software engineering job is something which I thought of pursuing or taking up after my BTech. This was the thought process in the second year of my BTech, but again, during the last stages of the second year, like after in basically the second year and second sem, I developed one more skill, that is my presentation skills got developed, because then I started to give paper presentations, poster presentations, project presentations, and there also I realized that I had this ability to speak well on a particular topic for a particular amount of time. That is, after a preparation, I prepared well for a particular topic that was a technical topic at that time. Then whatever time was allotted to me, I had the ability to completely pour my mind to the audience regarding that particular subject which I had studied, and through a presentation, right? A paper presentation or a poster presentation and a project presentation. So the second year, second sem of my BTech, then the third year, then the fourth year, all of these 2.5 years, second year, second sem, third year complete, fourth year complete, I participated and I had won numerous paper presentation competitions, poster presentation, project presentation, and it was also something more than this. It was like I had won in just a minute competition. Means in a minute you need to speak on a topic which you got randomly at that very moment without any prior preparation. So that was a just a minute competition. So I won numerous accolades and those were also national level technical symposiums. Means whenever I went to college, which were conducting such technical symposiums, colleges from all over India, they came and participated. And from that pan-India participation, I had won numerous awards, and that too, I had won these awards in many colleges. That was in Vizianagaram, Vishakhapatnam, and I also went to NIT Warangal. I did not win anything, but I participated in a workshop that was ethical hacking, again related to technical. So again, based on, again, during this time, I also became quite good. I developed my skills as a coder, that was in core Java, advanced Java. So slowly and slowly, in the third year, in the fourth year, I thought that I want to do something with my technical skills as well as my speaking abilities, my speaking skills. So I did not want to take up a job which would only restrict me to technical aspects or technical roles and responsibilities. I wanted something beyond that. That is something where I can use my interpersonal skills. And that time I thought interpersonal skills only meant communication skills. That was my understanding about interpersonal skills during the third year, fourth year of my BTech. I thought this was the main criteria or the main area of interpersonal skills. So in the third year, second sem of my BTech, I thought of doing my post graduation. So before that, till my second year or till this second year, first sem of my BTech, or even till the second year, second sem of my BTech, I was completely sure that I will not do any post graduation. I will only do BTech. I will only complete my engineering and I will get a software engineering job. All right. But then again, my thought process changed. Now I wanted to do MBA after my BTech. I did not want to do a job because I came to an understanding that if I do a job after my BTech, then that particular job, how many years I will spend in my job, that will take away from me the uh, focus, that will take away from me the interest to do MBA afterwards. So I thought that, okay, job to I will do till 60 years of my life. Let me complete my education, whatever education aspirations I had, that is BTech plus MBA. Let me first complete that. Let me achieve those educational qualifications, and after that I will go for a job. That again will, I was thinking I will do a job where it will utilize my technical abilities. That was my main backbone, and along with that my interpersonal skills, which I meant only my communication, my presentation skills, not anything beyond that. So after my BTech, or during the fourth year second sem of my BTech, okay, just to again I want to highlight, in fourth year first sem I was my class topper. So academically also I was doing very well, and again co-curricular wise I kept on achieving all those accolades, all those awards at various national technical symposiums. All right. So yes, so during the fourth year second sem, again I was completely focused in my career, and because of my focus only I was able to do all of these things. I was passionate about to achieve something to achieve something remarkable in my life. So I thought that I was correct, I was in the right path. All right, coming back into the fourth year second semester, I gave my GMAT. I could not give CAT because I think when the CAT exams were there, my fourth year and first semester exams was going, and that is the reason why I could not give CAT. So I gave GMAT. That was, I think, in the month of January or February. I'm not able to recollect properly. And CAT was in the month of November. So I gave my GMAT, and I got a good percentile. And from that, I was shortlisted for many colleges, and I decided to do my, okay, by the way, I did my PGD BTech from Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University, Kakinada. So I got my degree from JNTU Kakinada. All right. So and my BTech, after my BTech, during my BTech, during the fourth year second semester of my BTech, I gave a lot of group discussions, personal interviews for a lot of colleges. I went for ICFI Business School, IBS, Hyderabad. I went to the Hyderabad campus. Then I think I went to a couple of colleges. Then eventually I decided that I will do my postgraduate diploma in management, not MBA. Because I came to know that MBA, most of the universities which had a MBA curriculum at that time was mainly theoretical. And PGDM, the entire syllabus of PGDM, postgraduate diploma in management, again, that particular course was AICTE approved. Right now it's also AICTE, All India Council of Technical Education, approved. So I decided to do PGDM. The reason, because it was more industry oriented. The course curriculum, the syllabus was more practical. It required a lot of practical work along with theoretical exams, and it was more industry oriented. The 2 years full-time course curriculum was more challenging rather than MBA, what I came to know at that time. And definitely it was that my 2 years of PGDM was extremely challenging, because I had given my efforts in that to be, or to give my best, because I had given my efforts in that to that extent. According to me, the 2 years was quite challenging. I did not take it in a relaxed way that, okay, after 2 years, I'll get my PGDM degree, I'll get my PGDM qualification, and that's it. Though, like my BTech, I also wanted to be my very best in my PGDM. One reason was that this is something I was doing out of my complete focus and aspiration to achieve a PGDM qualification. And second was that I knew this would be my last stage of getting another educational qualification. I'll not be going for any further formal full-time education after this. So I know that these are the 2 years I will not be able to relive again in my life in the near or in the far future. So I gave my very best. And so in the PGDM, coming back to PGDM, in the first year we had a lot of subjects, we had a lot of streams. So PGDM is again management, right? So my BTech was technical. I did my PGDM because I wanted to do a job role which would utilize my technical skills as well as my interpersonal skills, which again, double quote, according to me, was my communication skill that I thought at that time was this is where I will highlight everything and in interpersonal abilities. So in my first year, I got a sense of all of the subjects: finance, marketing, human resource and organization behavior, international business, accounts, etc., etc. And I did very well in my there was, I think we had how many semesters? We had it was called trimesters, right? In BTech in 1 year we had 2 semesters, and in PGDM in 1 year we had 4 trimesters, and we had 32 subjects. If I'm not mistaken, or if I'm not saying it incorrectly right now, as far as I can remember, because it's been around 9 years right now, I did my PGDM in the year 2011, from 2011 to 2013. And as far as I remember right now, there were 32 subjects, including practicals, in the first year of postgraduate diploma in management. So I did very well again. And at the end of the first year, I did a summer internship program that was at Escorts, Faridabad, and I did it in HRIS. This was the perfect line that was meant for me. HRIS means a job role which connects human resource and information technology. All right. So that was HRIS. Some people call it HRIT. And my 2 years of summer internship program was completely into an HRIS project. And again, I got a letter of appreciation for my job role, for my efforts, for my project completion in Escorts, Faridabad. And this was meant to be my career choice. But again, I did something wrong, and this is why after this, some career choices I made, it did not fall in place. The reason why, I'll tell you. In second year of my PGDM, I came to know that getting a HR job or getting an HR online like campus placement is quite difficult, because in my campus IILM, I did my postgraduate diploma in management from IILM, Greater Noida. And all across, I came to know, not from only 1 or 2 people, all across I came to know that the history here was HR placement was quite difficult, and the package was also quite less. The package was less. The number of companies coming to the campus for HR placement was quite less as compared to other streams. And whatever PGDM I had done first year was general. Second year, I had mostly picked up HR subjects, because I thought that human resource will develop my interpersonal skills, and as I had thoroughly enjoyed my summer internship program, which I had done in a HR department. The job task was HRIS, but I was in a HR department. So I thought that I should go for HR only. So in second year, most of the subjects which I had picked was human resource. And that is the reason why I decided that I should go for HR placement. And this was the news that came for HR placement. So I got I think Shoppers Stop Limited. I got a job role in Shoppers Stop Limited. And by the way, I was the only person from the entire IILM campus. We had 3 campuses: Greater Noida, Lodhi Road, and Gurgaon. From all of these 3 campuses, all the HR people went, like all the HR students went, whoever had taken HR as their major. And from all of these people, I was the only one who got placed in Shoppers Stop as a management trainee HR. Like the job, ultimately I was supposed to be a unit HR head, but I joined as a management trainee HR. But here I made the problem or the wrong career choice. So you can say professionally, I went downwards from here. Why? What was the reason? The company was good, Shoppers Stop Limited. The package was not that great, but again, it was at par compared to the HR package which a HR fresher was getting from most of the Delhi colleges, like compared to basically what the same tier colleges that our IILM stood. The same, like if you compare colleges in the same brand equity, in the same brand level, I think the package that I got was fairly okay, like to start my career with. The package was still not the problem. The problem was the job role and responsibility was of an HR generalist. It was not HRIS. I completely thought that I should pick up a job role and responsibility which will be an HRIS job role, which will again utilize my interpersonal skills, which I thought, and again it will again basically mainly utilize my IT skills, my intellectual abilities which I had. But unfortunately, neither of these skills were tested, were utilized in my HR generalist roles. I enjoyed it, but I think that I also realized it in very short span of time that this particular job that I was doing, it was not utilizing my strength. My strength was lying in my intellectual abilities, my abilities with analytics, numbers, all thing technical, and also my communication skills, my presentation skills. And none of these things was taken or was getting a priority in the job role that I had got. And whatever strength, whatever what I'll say, whatever you can say, the key attributes or the key behavioral attributes was required, I was not standing out from the crowd. I was in the common crowd. I'm not saying that I did my job poorly. I did my job what according to me was substandard as compared to my talent and abilities. It was quite substandard. And the wrong career choice I made, even though I realized that this particular job role is not meant for me, I should pick up a role which will utilize my technical abilities. Let it be in the HR department, but I should go, if I want to go for the HR department, it has to be HRIS. I did not change after that. I thought that if I leave the job, what if I don't get a HRIS job role? From where will I get an HRIS job role? I don't think Escorts Faridabad is now hiring HRIS people. I came to know and they were not hiring. So I was not having any idea, and I did not use any professional platforms like LinkedIn that I'm using today to understand about which companies are hiring for HRIs. I only used Naukri at that time, all right, and that also in a very less percentage I used it. So out of fear, out of confusion, I thought that whatever job I'm doing, let me do this in HR only. In the future, if I want to change, I'll change into HRIS. But again, this did not pan out well for me. The more the time went, the more boring the job roles and responsibilities got for me. The only good thing, the only spark that I got was when I infused motivation to the people who came to me, but that was not a part of my job role and responsibility. It was just out of my humanity, out of my curiosity to help people, to motivate people, to counsel people. I did it. So again, this was something that I was quite natural at, to listen to people's queries and solve them, even if those things were not related to their job roles and responsibilities. So a lot of people came to me with their personal problem, and me being an HR, I even took time to listen to their personal problems, help them out, solve them, counsel them, guide them. And I had a lot of pool of people surrounding me, and this was a thing that I only enjoyed doing as compared to my other job roles and responsibilities which I did not like. I felt it quite boring. It was not testing my abilities, and whatever things it was required, I was not standing out in those areas which though with which that particular job role and responsibility, that is of an HR generalist, was requiring. I was not standing out in that thing, and I felt quite irritated because I knew that I had enough talent, I had enough intellectuality, I had enough abilities to stand out in the work that I am doing. But I was feeling quite hopeless because the kind of job role that I am doing, whatever strength I had, whatever abilities I had, it was not getting tested, it was not getting utilized. Sometimes it was getting utilized, but it was just like once in a blue moon. And again, people were not appreciating whatever I was doing because I had to sometimes go out of my usual job roles and responsibilities, come up with certain intellectual ideas and present it. But again, that was not the need of the hour. I'm not blaming people for not appreciating me for those things. It was not the need of the hour, whatever innovative ideas I came up with. All right. Whatever I thought was quite feasible for the department at that time. I cannot use anything that was, I cannot utilize my HRI's abilities to do something which was not required. So in a way, which was whatever was required, I thought I utilized my intellectual abilities. I came up with something innovative. I presented it to the management, but it was not again the need of the hour, and everything kept on getting suppressed. And again, at that time it was, now after my shopper stop, I ended up getting a job as a area. So in my shopper stop, for my 2 years and one month stint at shopper stop, I was working as an unit HR head. So this might sound very nice, but it was just basically an HR generalist job role. Everything was perfectly fine, but it was just not meant for me. I'm being very honest right now. So again, after that also I did one more mistake. I again changed the job and I got a job of an area HR head, or you can say area HR. They called it cluster HR, and it was in a company that was Landmark Group, again retail company. So again I thought, chalo theek hai, let me again try to evolve in this particular job role, and let me try to see how can I develop in this particular job role. Because I thought that okay, in HR generalist only people will become first assistant manager, like from a senior executive they will become assistant manager, then deputy, then manager, then senior manager, etc. So I can also evolve like that. But I should have understood that people can only evolve if they are fit for that job role. I was okay for the job role. I was fit for the job role in a way, definitely, because I had all of those skills which was required for it. But the talent that I have, that was not a requirement for that job role, right? So I hope I'm trying to express my thought process in a proper way. So again, I made one more mistake of choosing the same job role again as an HR generalist, but this time from an area level perspective, I was allowed and I was required to work. Again, after a certain point of time, again I kept on feeling the same. It was boring. It was not testing my intellectual ability. Whatever time I was spending, I was doing some mundane task according to me, because those things I did not feel an interest to do, but I had to do it because it was a part of my responsibility. And that is the reason, if I'm spending 90% of my time doing things which was a part of the responsibility, then how will I have time to do something where I can feel fulfilled as per my talent and my ability wise? So I was not getting time. So this is what I wanted to say. Once I took up this particular path, the more time it went, the more the more meaningless the job roles got for me. And after a certain point of time, I changed frequent companies. I did not have proper work experience after a certain point of time. And I felt that, this is something I cannot waste my further time in my life doing something which I do not like. All right. And I also, when I got this realization, I was in the middle of selection process for Accenture. So when I got the Accenture offer letter, I was also selected for Accenture. And when I got the Accenture offer letter, this particular realization that I do not want to do something again which I do not feel fulfilled. I should take a decision to do something which is meaningful for me, which will utilize my talents, which will utilize my aspirations, which I want to be in life. When I was in this realization, and when the realization went at its peak, I received a job offer letter for a particular job role, again, which I was applying was basically of an HR generalist. So I received the offer letter of Accenture, but this time what I did, a bit which was different from the others, was I did not accept the offer letter. In a way that I received the offer letter, it was emailed to me in that particular way I'm saying, but I gave a call to the recruitment manager, I think. I don't know what was her designation, but I gave a call to the particular person who was coordinating with me, and I said to her that I'm very sorry. I'm feeling very apologetic because I do not want to be in a role which is not completely fulfilling for me, and I have just realized this, so I cannot accept it, and I do not want to be in this particular job role. So I said, then I think she said to me, then what you want to? I think, okay, I can. What I can do is at least I can be into a particular skill where still I think that I will be having an interest to do. So I asked them, I requested them if they can put me into learning and development, L&D, where I can at least completely focus on my communication skills. I can utilize my communication skills into training, developing people on various subjects, on various content. But they said that no, there is no role and responsibility, no opening for learning and development. You have to be in this particular role. That was again completely an HR generalist from whatever I have understood. So I again rejected the offer. And it was that in that particular day that I realized that I need to introspect. I need to understand what I really want to do, because I cannot become an engineer right now. It's too late. And I am completely out of touch with my coding. And I did not have that interest to be an engineer. All right. I wanted to do something which utilized my technical intellectualities, which will utilize my desire to help people for a very good cause, which will utilize my abilities of talking to people, speaking on a particular subject, training people on a particular subject, which will utilize my creativity, which will utilize my artistic sense, which will utilize a particular space where I want to work independently. I always wanted to work independently. After a point of time, I really wanted to do this. All right. So then I decided what interests me the most. What interests me the most is when I help people. This is the first thing. How can I help people? When I enable them towards a strong emotional mental health. That is through counseling, through guidance, through helping people overcome their various life's difficulties, which I had been doing since my BTech days, by the way, out of complete passion. There were a lot of friends who approached me, and I always discussed, counseled them in the best possible, in an informal way, all right, to motivate others. So understanding all of these things and understanding that I want to do something very meaningful in life, then I thought that I should develop, first of all, if I want to help people regarding their emotional mental health, then I need to understand, I need to study psychology. Then I did my formal education to understand or to learn the modern applied psychology. Along with that, I also learned cognitive behavioral therapy, neuro-linguistic programming, mindfulness. So with the time went by, I kept on educating myself. And now you know what I am doing. That is Consult Aniket, Living Virtuously. Whatever I'm doing right now, it is completely in front of you. If any of you have not seen what I am doing, you can visit my LinkedIn profile and you can check my professional page. You can check my company page, what I am doing. I'm the creator and founder of Living Virtuously, which I have renamed as Consult Aniket. And you can visit my website and you can see, so this is what I had been doing for the last almost 3 years. 3 years will get completed. And this is something which I'm planning to do till the time to come. I will keep on developing myself. I will keep on developing this initiative, this creation of mine to greater heights with, God's blessings, with my thought process, with my curiosity. And after 7 years from me completing my postgraduate diploma in management, I now am 100% sure, 100% satisfied in what I am doing. The progress is quite slow, I understand. What I sometimes feel that I need to get appreciation for my work, that also doesn't happen. That is also natural and that is also fine. So I know when I'm working independently, my aspirations might come at a bit slow speed, but what is very, very satisfying is that I'm feeling so fulfilled in this particular job that I'm doing. I'm doing it in a way that I'm completely utilizing all of my strengths. I am completely utilizing the time that I'm spending towards my work. I'm feeling satisfied with the time that I'm spending towards my work, and my work right now is giving a lot of meaning to me. And people that knows me, people that have been professionally attached to me, they also know that with the work that I am doing, I'm creating a very, very solid, optimistic difference in a lot of people. And along with psychology, I also learned Vedic astrology. I have been a believer of Vedic astrology since my school days. But this is the time, during all of this time, I learned Vedic astrology, so that using or utilizing the skills, the knowledge of psychology and Vedic astrology, I am enabling people towards a strong emotional, mental, and overall well-being. All right. So I do not have a script right now in front of me from where I could have, or organized where I could have shared my thoughts and my words. All right. I just discussed, I shared to you whatever came to my mind, impromptu way. All right. Because if I write it down and I share it with you, I do not find the enthusiasm in doing so. I want to share my thoughts, my words with you, just like it comes to my mind. I want to share it with you in a raw form. All right. So that you will, sometimes what happens is that people connects with the energy, people connects with this, with this original form of communication, without scripting it down, without organizing it and making it look goody good. I'm speaking my thoughts completely, in a way that whatever is coming to my mind, whatever I'm trying to recollect, I'm trying to communicate it to you. And I hope that you understood. And through this particular story of mine, what I'm trying to make you aware is, you have to understand what you need to do with your life. If you think that you are in a particular job role which is not meaningful according to you, you have to come to a decision what you need to do. Do you need to continue doing that job role which is quite meaningless to you, because it is helping you to fulfill certain responsibilities, financial responsibilities towards people who are dependent on you? I understand this is a factor, but think about the long run. See, as long as you have a vision in life, as long as you have a purpose in life, as long as you have a meaningful direction in life, sooner or later you will find success. And when you will find success, your obligation towards others will be more beautifully fulfilled. You will not feel lethargic, you will not feel tired and exhausted while fulfilling all of these roles and responsibilities. when you will do something which is meaningful according to you, which is purposeful, which is fulfilling, the same energy, the same enthusiasm will get carried forward to your surroundings. So I hope you're trying to understand what I'm trying to say. All right. So don't end up or don't select a particular job role which does not utilize your strength, your potential, your talent. Don't select a job role because you think that this is the best at that particular moment of time. Don't select a job role because somebody else wants you to do that particular job role. Don't select a particular job role just because other people are also doing it. Don't select a particular job role because you think it only looks good in paper. You have to select a job role, or don't even use the word job role. Select a particular journey that you want to undertake in your life, which will be meaningful for you, for others, which will be purposeful for you, so that you can be of purpose to others, and which will be so fulfilling, so fun loving, so enthusiastic, full of energy for you. You have to do this. And there is no perfect age in which a particular person realizes all of these things. So be open to it. If you realize it at an early age, it is more beneficial for you. Even if you realize it at a middle age or at an elder age, it is still okay. You have realized it. A lot of people have still not realized it. A lot of people, despite of realizing their vision in life, they are not able to undertake out of fear, out of confusion, right? Which I had. That is when I went into that HR generalist job role. So this is what I wanted to convey. All right. So I hope I made sense. I hope whatever I said to you will act as a purposeful meaning, which will help you in your life's journey. I wish you very well. I wish you good health. Stay well. Take care. Be happy. All right. Thank you.